It is assumed that the personal fortune of Queen Elizabeth II was £650 million, and it passed entirely to King Charles III, who has no intention of sharing it with his brothers Andrew and Edward and his sister, the royal Princess Anne. The only beneficiary in this case, Charles III, was for a very practical and prosaic reason. If the fortune is transferred from monarch to monarch, then, according to the decision of 1993, it is not subject to inheritance tax. A source at the palace said this was the most tax-efficient way of transferring it. In addition, the annual income of about £24 million from the Duchy of Lancaster now belongs only to the king, and he is free to dispose of it as he sees fit. But this means that none of the Queen's other children, including Anne and Edward, received a penny of their mother's inheritance. Anne and Edward, as working members of the royal family, received part of their official expenses from the sovereign's grant. However, Andrew, who went into the shadows in 2019 after a scandalous interview with the BBC and then, in 2022, was suspended from his royal job, is desperate. His friend, according to the Daily Mail, said, "Andrew is desperate. He was left in complete darkness. Andrew is a family member, for God's sake, but he had no idea this was going to happen. I take it. He checked it out, and it's true. Everything went from monarch to monarch. What is he going to do? Go with an outstretched hand to his big brother to keep a roof over his head? Things are getting worse and worse. It's a disaster." In addition, the day before news broke that King Charles III is refusing to pay his younger brother's bills, which Andrew used to simply send to the Queen, his mother, and she paid them faithfully. Now, with no official duties and no job, Andrew relies on his brother's generosity, but apparently in vain. The Duke of York submitted a statement of expenditure to the Privy Purse, the king's private income, which comes mostly from the Duchy of Lancaster, and it is said that he thought it would be approved without challenge. The king, however, refused his brother. Thus, Charles III refused to pay the bill of £32,000 for the services of the Indian healer Andrew, a yogi who comes to live at Royal Lodge, the prince's home in Windsor, for up to a month, and told his brother that he would have to pay for the guru's services out of his own pocket. Rumor makers claim that Andrew's need for money is so great that he may go the way of Prince Harry and accept an offer to participate in a candid interview on prime time.